Welcome to the Glorious Pro Wrestling Podcast, where two nice boys talk about pro wrestling. I'm Andy, with me is Danny, and we have a special guest today for appearances at DOA, POW Pro, Boom Pro, Prestige, among others. We have Zaye Perez, the Playboy. How are you doing? Thanks for joining us.
What is up, dude? I am so honored to be on your guys' podcast. Thank you guys for having me. I'm super stoked to be here. You messaged me and I was just like, hell yes, I would love to do this podcast.
All right, and did we get all those in there? Is that all the credentials? Did we miss anything? POW, DOA.
POW, DOA. You guys, I'm not new in Canada, but there's a lot more. There's a lot more that I'm losing track of. So thank you for naming all of them. That's like perfect.
Have you done anything in like California? Like, have you gone out that way?
I have. So I did a show out there called SPW, which is in Sacramento, I believe so.
Okay. Okay.
And we went out to Nevada, which is in Reno area, I guess, which is like ASW. So that's pretty awesome. But that was early on in my career, and I want to go back. So
It's only a matter of time.
right.
Excellent. So we kind of like to start these with wherever you kind of started at the beginning. Can you talk a little bit about just not when you started wrestling, but when did pro wrestling like begin in your life? Like, what is like your earliest memory with professional wrestling? Like, was it on TV? Was it on a shirt? Like, talk to us a little bit about that.
So I remember just being so young as a kid, and I remember the PS2 was really popular, and I always wanted. I think my brother had one, and he used to have like this game, SmackDown versus Raw. I used to love that game. Like, it used to be my religion to play, dude. I love that game. But he also had this DVD, which was also WrestleMania 22, and that was my first ever WrestleMania I watched. I remember just watching it front to back just one day when I was a kid, and that's what inspired me, believe it or not. The Boogeyman was one of the wrestlers that like stood out to me, so I was just like, oh my god,
Really?
I want to be just like this guy. Yeah, which is so
And
crazy
how-
when I tell people that.
Yeah, have we
That is
seen
super
any of the
interesting.
Boogeyman incorporated into like kind of what you do now, or are we saving that for later? Or how would you say that does it even affect what you're doing kind of now? I
You
don't
know
get a
what?
lot of
He kind of
Boogeyman from you
inspired
when you're in
it.
the ring.
I know, which is, I feel like we're just, he inspired me because it's just like, he's so unique of a character that I'm just like, I gotta stand out. I
Yeah.
can't be like the rest,
Straight up.
So
Got the
I feel
worms
like that's the
going,
way
got
he
the
kind of
clock.
inspired me. Exactly, dude. Which is like watching him, I was just like, what the hell? This guy's eating worms?
Yeah, this is
Which
fun.
I learned there's worms were real, right?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
believe
I
so.
think
I
Yeah.
don't think
so.
they were gigged worms. Those aren't. Those aren't. Yeah, no, I'm
I
pretty
don't
sure
know.
those
I
are
don't
real.
know.
Shoot worms.
Yeah, but yeah, I could never do that. But just watching him just got me so interested in wrestling that I was just like, okay, this is like what I'm meant to do. Such at a young age, like at like 5 or 6 years old, this is like what I wanted to do.
There it is.
And
Yeah.
it like when I was like in elementary, like high school area, I was just like, you know what? I still want to do this. I don't want to go do like any like doctor school or like go to college or anything like that because it just wasn't
Mhm.
for me. So I told my parents I was gonna move out here and become a wrestler. And at first they were just like, hell no, you're not. But they saw
Right.
like the love for wrestling.
Right.
They saw the love for wrestling and they're just like, you know what? That's sick. Yeah, we support you. Go do it. And yeah, I joined Oregon Pro Wrestling.
So when you were playing SmackDown versus Raw or Raw versus SmackDown, did you have any idea who those characters were on the roster, or were you kind of just like going off, the little headshots they have in the player area?
Yeah, no, so like, yeah, at first, because I was just like, who are these characters? And it's like,
Yeah.
they're like,
Yeah.
like I used to watch the entrances. I'm just like, huh, kind of weird.
Uh-huh.
But then I watched like the actual like weekly program. It's like, okay, this is this guy, this is this guy,
Okay,
this is this guy.
that led to connections.
Hmm.
Yes, exactly.
Did you have a favorite on that roster? Do you have a go-to if we were
Uh,
to fire up SmackDown versus Raw?
oh, that is a good
Yeah, what is this?
question.
SmackDown versus
That's
Raw
a really good
2005?
question.
Like 2006?
2006 is what was the one I
Yeah.
remember, but oh my god,
I
I think
mean,
Rey
hell of a
Mysterio was
roster
always
they
my pick.
had.
Yeah.
Exactly, dude. I think that's the one that started GM mode, I believe so. No, I don't
Mm.
know, but
I
like,
don't know if that I don't know if that one
um,
started, but it was like a popular thing on that one.
exactly. And now I love GM mode. Like playing GM mode, I still play with some wrestlers. Like to this day, I'm just like, okay, this is my shit. I love this.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Do you still keep up with it? Did you continue to watch it then afterwards, like religiously? Did you fall off, or do you still now today?
Yes, I still do to this day. Just like keep up with the games. I'm in love with the games. Like I feel like what they do is so incredible, and like the amount of time that they put out just in this game is just so incredible. So I always try to like spend my time on the games too. But also with shows, I feel like I started watching it weekly to that day, but then when I started wrestling, I feel like kind of drifted away from it because it was just like I kind of had to like create my own identity, and like I also had to watch what's happening, but like I also had to like study what's like I like.
Right.
That's
Um.
interesting.
So and it's so easy to keep up with without. There's just so many ways you can just intake like what happened. I feel like so like I
Right,
like to watch weekly, but like that means like if I miss it on Monday night or like Wednesday night, I can't like go on fucking line. You know what I mean? Because
right, right, right.
there'll be
But
spoilers.
everything that happens, I see it online, and it's like, oh, okay, so this has happened.
So that
But like
yeah.
I usually try to keep up with like everything.
That's awesome.
Damn, that's there's so much wrestling to keep up with,
Yeah.
by the way. As two nerds who do the
Exactly.
podcasting.
Yeah.
So that's like impressive.
What's your
Does any of
current
that
like
yeah.
yeah, what's your current like favorite promotion or just in general like standing of what you like to watch?
Ooh, that's a really good question. So I
There's
work
no
at a
rivalry here.
place.
You can say one or the other.
Yeah,
There's
there's no
no rivalry.
tribalism here.
Yeah.
No, I love WWE, don't get me wrong, but like if I get to watch something else, I love to watch like um there's this channel that we have at work that's always plays AAA, and I love just watching all the luchadors just, do all their moves and like acrobatic stuff. So that's what kind of inspires me. So I love AAA.
Shout out to AAA.
Awesome. Hell yeah.
We've been meaning to pick up more lucha wrestling on our viewing schedule because like they plug it a lot. I feel like I brought it up when we were talking about AEW, Andy, but um, it was like Commander and Hologram, and it was really really performative. And I had a realization of like I don't know if this is an accurate lucha match or if it's like, hey, this is just like what they'll think like lucha is like because they're uninformed. You know what I mean? So we've actually been meaning to
All
like
right, no,
try
I
to
get
check
that.
that stuff out. So if you're champion, if
Yeah.
you're uh if you're saying AAA, we'll probably air towards that. Who do you like on there? Do you have any
No, but oh, that's a really good question too. Oh my God.
like? Yeah, talk to me about it.
Mm, there's I can't name them by name. I just know the looks of them. But like
Okay,
I love
describe it.
Laparcas. I remember my parents were really big on Laparcas. Like skeleton guys,
Yeah,
Hmm.
I
yeah,
guess.
fully. Hell yeah. Um, that's
Yeah.
great. Andy, take it away.
Let's talk through your first match that you had. Um, how did that go? What was your like kind of perception going into that first match? Um, yeah, let us know.
Well, that's a really good question too. I debuted in January of 2022, and it was a Rumble for PAL. And I remember it was like the first show back, and I was just like, okay, I'm so excited because it's just like this is my first debut. This is like the first thing that people see about the Playboy Zaye Perez. I don't even think I was a Playboy yet. but I remember it was my time to like go in and I do my little thing and then like I'm on the apron and I get drop kicked off the apron and I get eliminated, but I also broke my elbow during that time. So
On the
I
first
was
one.
first one, first one. I know.
Oh my
But
god.
So yeah,
I'm
what
on
does that
I'm on
do to you
uh,
mentally?
I can't I can't
Like,
describe it. 2 to 3 months, just like watching my friends just like go by and get better, while I had to just like sit down and just watch. It takes a toll on you. So, but mentally, just sitting in my bed, I was just like, oh, I can't, I have to do something. So that's where like a lot of like video editing like skills developed, and I was just like, okay, I'll find a new hobby for at least the meantime while I'm injured. So.
Was that kind of your like mentality to say like you weren't able to do it anymore? You were like, oh, I'm gonna go like production route.
I knew I was gonna return, but I was just like, I just want to find a hobby to distract me because I didn't want to be
Yeah.
focusing on wrestling because it was just like I want to go do that, I want to go be in the ring with my friends and just wrestle, but I can't. So,
it's too painful. Yeah.
y- exactly, exactly. And I've never like broken a bone till that day. So I was just like a little bit, just like shocked. I'm just like,
Yeah.
holy crap,
Damn.
like
Yeah.
this is like really dangerous.
Did you
So.
even know it was broken at that point? Like,
I felt it, but like I just wanted to keep that idea out of my head because it was just like, no, you can't be negative right now. You just had your debut. But like when I
Yeah.
got
yeah,
to the
yeah.
back, I was turning my elbow and I was just like, oh my God, it feels like gear switching. Like it felt like gear switching on a bike, like just like
Oh yeah, like
cracking. I'm just like, oh my God,
clicking.
something's seriously
Yeah.
wrong. Yeah, so
Damn.
I went to the doctor the next day and they told me it was broken. So.
Damn. And you were out
And
for how long?
It was about 2 to 3 months, and then it was Prestige, which it was like amazing timing. It was just like awesome.
oh damn,
So,
yeah.
so you're like re-debut, first match back. You're doing Prestige, and is this also the first time of like the debut of the Flaming Aces? Is that correct?
It was. It's like so crazy just to think about like me and Spencer were barely tagging, and that was like our first match. And I still go back and watch that match because it's just like it's so insane to me that we're just like so new and we're on Prestige, but like it's so cringeworthy to watch because we're so new, we're
Oh
so
no,
green.
why? Just because you guys are
I
so
don't
much
know.
better now, or what? What makes it cringy?
It's like like when you go to like school and you're like in like a senior and you like go like watch like your middle school videos. It's kind of like that because like you're like barely getting into the business.
So how did tagging come about? How did you guys get put together? How did you guys do the Flaming Aces? Can you talk a little bit about that?
So originally it wasn't me to be in the Flamin Aces. It's like wild to me. Like that idea is just like not possible to me. It was originally
Right.
supposed to be Spencer and this other guy that we had at Oregon Pro Wrestling,
Sure.
and this other guy I guess couldn't make it, so it was me and Spencer. And it was just like we're the top two choices, and I was just like, okay, this might this might be a bad match. So it's just like let's just get through it. And going into that match, I feel like we kind of connected and we created this like bond that that's like I can't explain. And I was just like, okay, you know what? This is our destiny, and we just decided that we're gonna do this tag team and continue just tagging together.
And what became how do you talk to the guy who couldn't make it to the gig then about that where you're just like, "Hey, I think we're going to do our thing. Like you could be the third or like it's totally done or like did that all go over chill?" Like
So that was perfectly fine because this guy was I love him and I want him to come back, but he was having a kid at that time, so he couldn't
ah,
make it
Mm,
ah,
because his
It
girl
wasn't.
was
Yeah.
having a family. But you know what? Please come back, Patty Daddy, please. One day.
Shout out. Let's get him back.
Hell
So how
yes,
did
let's get him
that
back.
first match like your mentality going into that, like returning from an injury, now you're tagging with somebody new, like how did that kind of just your pace of it, the mentality of the match, how did that affect you?
It was just it was taking a toll on me because like every move that I had to do, I was just focusing on my elbow, and it was just like
Fuck.
if you're focused too much on something, that it's probably gonna get affected, you
Fuck.
know. And luckily nothing happened during that match. Everything went fine, and that was like the first like time that I felt like successful with the match. So I was just like, heck yes, like we got through a match, let's go. But yeah, that mentality is just like it takes a toll on you for sure.
Have you ever tagged with anybody where you didn't feel like there was chemistry? Where, like, what does it take to really like make a cohesive tag team in like your opinion and your experience? Can you? Yeah.
I feel like with a tag team, you at least have to have a friendship, and if you don't get along with that person, then it's probably not gonna work out. So traveling with Spencer, I don't get annoyed with him. He doesn't get annoyed with me, so that's one. And I feel like we just both have that love for each other, that brother love. And I have tagged with a few people that I just felt like it just wasn't clicking
It's
because
like meh.
Spencer
Yep.
got injured.
Yep.
So like Caleb at first was just like I was just like, oh Jesus, this is getting rough. Like our first few matches, I was just like, oh, this isn't feeling like good. So it, but like me and Caleb are good friends. I love Caleb. That man's my guy. But yeah, it just wasn't clicking. It's just like something that is just like with one person, you know?
Yeah, and that kind of segues into what's going on with you and Caleb. You guys got some a
Listen,
little bit of beef you got to settle in the ring coming up.
oh my God, this man, dude. This man just doesn't know how to be in a tag team, though. He just wants to be a one-on-one, and I totally get it. I totally get it. But just tell me, you don't have to attack me in the ring, dude. You know?
Disrespectful. Hot damn. That's
What
coming up
was your
next
guys'
month.
reaction to that? Like, I want to know what genuinely, yes. What was your reaction when like you saw the video of him just like hitting me?
Oh, I mean, a couple things. We also saw. I'm pretty sure the two of you pair off at the Hot Sauce Expo over the summer.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Yes,
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 and there
yes.
was tension there already. Even though that was more of an exhibition, would you say? Um, there was already a little bit of
I
tension
that's what
mounting
I
there.
that's what I
So I was
thought, you know?
surprised to see you guys tag together, to be honest. I was surprised to see that coming along, and it was like, okay, we'll see where this goes. Not shocked, dude. I mean, I didn't think he'd do you like that in front of a crowd, but I hope you give him what's coming to him. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Hopefully everything is fair. Hopefully he doesn't pull anything out of his ass. Because I'm thinking he's going to. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know,
Shenanigans.
man.
We'll see.
And that is coming up December. Remind me of the date real quick.
December 7th? I
December
believe so.
7th? Yeah, fuck. I was just looking at it. Give me one sec.
That airing of grievances.
Yeah, you
No,
got it.
Oh well, it's
I think it's
fitting.
Aaron grievances, yes.
You gotta air them out now.
That was the first one we went to last year too, right? Or was that
It
Outcome
was
of the
the
Wolves?
first one.
It was
No,
airing of grievances.
yeah.
Who do you remember? Do you remember what match that Spencer and I were in or no?
For airing a grievance, I think it was you guys and the Hammer Brothers, if I'm not mistaken.
Or it was you guys. Yeah,
Was it?
for I think that's when they took the titles off you guys.
I think you guys were champs.
Oh,
I think you guys were champs.
yes, yes, yes. That was
Yeah.
the show that couldn't make it. That was Spencer defending the champs. Yes, I do remember that. That was when we lost the champs.
You'll get them back.
Ooh,
Yes,
Daddy's Home,
hopefully,
December
hopefully.
8th.
Oh, it's
And the
Daddy's home.
This
it's airing of grievances,
December 8th.
Daddy's Home.
Mhm.
Yes, with Effie.
December 8th. And the Playboy's coming home as well.
That's pretty
Let's
cool. I
go.
mean, yeah,
I'm
you
ready.
have
I'm
Effie on the
ready.
card. You guys usually have on DOA some pretty like high profile people. Like, how is there anybody that like has stuck out to you that you've like kind of gotten just a little bit more knowledge from like their experiences?
Yeah, there's a lot that I feel like we're just all one big family, but definitely Jaden. Jaden's been my number one guy. He kind of took us under his wing, so I love that guy. Um, Amira's one of them. I don't know if people know this, but she's also my roommate. So she is
Oh,
over
really?
there in that other room, possibly.
Hey,
So, yes, we live together. So it's a one big wrestle house.
nice.
And yeah, mostly Jaden, honestly. I felt like he was kind of a mentor to us and kind of the vet that just like told us like what to do and how to behave. And he's also helps us come up with a lot of our moves. So I'm very
Mm.
grateful for that guy.
How do you move towards that direction? Have you already kind of cultivated what, you know, you want in your arsenal, like as the Playboy? Like, what did it what did it take to start developing your style? Did you already know kind of what you wanted to do? You mentioned you were really into lucha. Did you want to go that route? How did that all kind of come about for you?
Coming up with the character, I was struggling because there was like a lot of people who like were bigger than me, who were much stronger than me. So it was just like I don't know what I'm gonna be, and help like playing like the 2K games and the SmackDown vs. Raw games. I felt like I kind of knew a little bit, but it was it was kind of hard because they tell you in wrestling that, with your character, just be yourself, but just times 10,
Right.
like
I've heard that.
just up that personality trait. And, one of mine was I love to dance. I love to be flamboyant. I love to, be that hot guy in the ring. But I felt like coming up with that was very hard and it took a lot of time because I was I was genuinely scared to be like that flamboyant out there because it's just
Sure. Yeah.
it gets a little bit of hate.
Yeah. Which is a shame. I think you're pulling it off great. How are you feeling with that character and playing that role now?
I love it. I feel like there's been a lot of fans that, connect with the character and it's
I think
super
so too.
awesome to see just a lot of the impact that just like I leave on people, which is it's so mind blowing to me.
Did you have anything else while you were working on it that you were like, oh, maybe I do this? Do you have any like kind of like failed ideas and like workshopping that? What does workshopping that look like? Do you do that with like,
Yeah,
the House of Wrestling pals or like talk a little bit about that?
there's been a lot of like looks that and like moves that I've done that I'm just like, oh, that was rough, like genuinely
Like
rough.
name, can you give
Like
us
if
one? Can you share one?
yes, I'll put out an example. Like my debut gear, oh my God, it was so bad.
Was it?
Because
Okay.
it was gold and I don't know why I went up to my gear designer. I'm just like, okay, I want gold and all gold. Like it's literally all matches my skin color. So when I went out to the ring, I looked naked and I was just like,
Oh
oh, that's a little
no.
bit rough. That's a little bit rough.
You didn't know? How are you
So
gonna know? I mean, going with gold, I think, is
exactly
like
right.
natural. It's like it's pizzazz. It like pops under the lights. It's like it matches titles. Like how are you supposed to know that until like you hit the ring and then you like watch the shit back and you're like, all right, I need a different color.
I knew it was a mistake once I was showing everybody people like the video of like me breaking my elbow, and they're just like, "Why do you look naked?" I'm just like,
You're
"Oh
like,
no,
Oh
oh
no.
great."
when you're
I'm
It's
like,
just
also
oh,
the
my
like, "Oh
elbow
my
cameras.
god,
though,
this
and
is
they're like,
rough."
yeah, you just look naked, dude.
Exactly. I'm just like, "Oh my god, this is rough. This is rough." But
Did you have a
that was one
title?
mistake, definitely.
Did you have a character tag too, instead of like the
What was
Playboy
that?
Zaye Perez? Did you have like a character as well instead of
Oh
like Playboy Zaye Perez? Did you have like
no.
something? No, it was just straight ZP.
So it it was just I remember I just came out with the tights, and I don't know why, but this is like what we're learning, as we go on. But I told my
Yeah,
gear designer that I just wanted like a little like lightning stripe on my tights, and I don't know why. I don't know why I wanted the lightning stripe, but it was just like, you know what? Let's do it.
yeah.
And we lived and we learned from our mistakes because I don't know what a lightning strike has to do with me. Maybe like I'm fast, like the lightning. I don't know what I
Yeah,
was thinking.
Thunderbolt Zaye Perez. Yeah.
Exactly.
Lightning bolts are cool.
I mean, yeah,
I
I get
guess,
it.
but
Like,
like,
it's a striking image, but like,
yeah,
how? Yeah, connecting the dots, I think, is like part of the fun, but also like the thing that you got to figure out, right?
right. And I'm so lucky to have found the Playboy gimmick, but there's also another Playboy before me, definitely that, has done a lot of stuff. Playboy Buddy Rose. I don't know if you guys are familiar with him, but he was a wrestler that
Mhm.
wrestled back in the day.
Yeah.
But yeah, I feel like we're putting out two different products though, so a lot of
Yes.
Yeah.
respect for him.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the history is all in Portland or the Pacific Northwest, more or less. So like, there's your dots connecting,
Yes,
right? Like, that's solid.
hell yeah.
No, it's great. Um, back to sort of like your moveset. Did you watch anybody while you were watching that sort of influenced that? Who do you what do you like to emulate there? Influences. Talk to us
Definitely
about
Rey
little
Mysterio.
influences.
Rey Mysterio was definitely one of them. A lot of cruiserweights. I loved Tajiri. I loved who else? Any cruiserweight that was like just high fly, and I saw it, I was just like, okay, I love it. One of the females that I loved just watch wrestling was AJ Lee, and I'm waiting for her to come back. I'm waiting for her just to return to
Are you?
WWE. I I think all of
Uh,
us are.
I think it's a
I don't
I
possibility.
know.
want her to.
It, I don't know. It
I
doesn't sound
want
like
her
she's
to so
interested,
bad.
but we'll keep the hope alive for
All
sure.
right, but she's not interested, but definitely please come back.
For the
It's like
fans. It's for
one of
the
my
fans, Danny.
childhoods. Yes, please.
That submission, the Black Widow, right? That was hers.
Black
Savage.
Widow was, oh my God. Anytime she hit that, I was so stunned. I was just like, no freaking way.
Have you ever attempted that? Have you ever attempted to use
Uh,
that?
Is that something you
I
would put
was
in
gonna
your
use
arsenal?
it. I was
Yeah.
gonna use it, but I one of my I think one person told me that it's just like it just looked like I didn't have anything like a hold. So it's just like, you know what? Let's just throw that out because it doesn't look like real.
Interesting.
Okay.
At least to me. AJ Lee did it so perfect, but I couldn't rock it.
Sure. I mean, yeah, you got to find what like fits. It's also like, has to do, especially with submissions, I feel like limb length and size. Like sometimes it just isn't gonna work. Sometimes it just doesn't look painful. Like, and then there are some that like always will, I feel like. But so like, yeah,
And
I
I
can
feel like
understand why like
whenever
that one might not translate.
whenever a wrestler like hits the Black Widow, it's just like known as just like, oh, AJ used to do that. It's just like known as her move. So I
That's
wanna
also
I wanna
true.
respect it.
Yeah.
But
Yes.
It's
yeah.
also not like seen very much, which I don't know. Sometimes doing something that's not seen a lot could bring back that nostalgia and be like, oh shit, Zay just fucking did the Black Widow. That's fucking dope. So I think a lot of people would really appreciate it. But
At
yeah,
the right time.
yeah, exactly.
You know what? I'll
Um,
hit a Black Widow for you guys one day.
Hell yeah.
Dude, you're gonna wish you never said that, because now if we're in the crowd, you're just gonna hear like some jackass going like, "Do it, Black Witch, do it!" And then you're just gonna be like, "God, shut the fuck up!" Right? I told you, like, maybe, like, we'll be sure
Danny's
not
the
to.
one.
I love it.
Danny's the one that started the Playboy Heat the last time, and got it going. So
Oh, thank you so much. I love that chant
I
so much. Oh, thank
I
you.
think it worked pretty good. We were
Looked
driving,
It
cool.
and
did.
I had that Eddie Guerrero theme song on the
It's true.
on loop as we were driving, and it just synced up. You know what I mean?
Oh,
Because
thank
like the
you.
Heat,
Thank you.
you know what I mean?
I
It just makes
know.
sense.
Oh my God. We went to the back and I was just like, did you hear that? I was like, that Playboy Heat chant? I was like, okay, Papa.
Yeah, it was
Yeah,
good.
yeah. The timing was great. So
We're
let's get
we're
that
Yeah,
gonna
going.
get
so
it
thank you.
over.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Uh, kind of like more character wise, what you were talking about. I watched recently your match, your triple threat with Jaden and Casey. Um, you were working a little heel on that one. What?
He's gonna call your ass out. I couldn't help but notice you were working a little heel.
I'm just trying to get like more into like the depth of like your two different kind of sides here. What kind of was like the like I guess going into that match, why you went that way?
You know what? I decided because it's my debut in Canada. I wanted to try something different, and I want to be this like heel you just I don't know you just remember. So I
Yeah.
remember just like going in there and I was just like, you know what? I'm gonna be this little fucking bratty ass little bitch who just wants just like to win, and just does anything to win. So sorry, Jaden, but I kind of had to take it out on him mostly. But yeah, I don't know. It's something I wanted to try, and I felt like it was perceived as good. So I got a lot of good booze, and I don't mind that, especially in Canada, because it's something different. And
You got to bring out the oh, this is Canada. So I
exactly,
don't want to be here.
exactly, you
Yeah,
get it,
yeah.
Yeah.
right?
No, that's it's really interesting because like when I was watching it, I was like, oh, this is cool. Three different people that usually work more face, and then you went for like the mask grab on Jaden. I was like, oh, that's what we're doing. And everything else that
Yes,
transpired, I was like, oh, this is really good. No, it was really good. Like I think the character that you went with on that side was like really good stuff.
I appreciate that. I just whenever someone that I don't know, whenever I play like heal, I just feel so bad. I just genuinely feel so bad because I don't like being the bad guy, to be honest.
Oh no? I I would have felt like 90% of the time you're like, let's go fucking be some assholes. Um, you know.
Uh,
I feel
It's
like a
just
lot of
I
people
just
like
love
being here.
everyone to be friends. I
Oh.
want everyone to, be unity, except for like, bad guys, good guys. Like obviously I hate the bad guys, but like if it's like someone who's genuine like Jaden and Casey, I'm just like, oh Jesus,
I'm
this is
sorry.
Yeah.
yeah.
You do
Shit,
rock
that's
paper
funny.
scissors next time to see who's gonna do it that time.
Exactly. Who's the bad guy?
Yeah, did you like make that decision because you're like Canada doing something different and it's like, or did you just like not tell anybody? You're just like, fuck them. We'll just let them deal
Uh,
with it.
I think they were aware. I'm just like, okay, I'm gonna go into this one more healish,
I'm gonna
and
play a little rough.
they exactly, and they really liked it. They want to bring me back in Valentine's Day, so it's super awesome, making my return to Boom Pro Wrestling in on Valentine's Day.
That's
All
awesome.
right. Shout out next year. You got anything else coming up
Hell yeah.
in the near future that you want to plug too? While we're plugging?
Um, oh my God, I had my first like hardcore match against Jaden on Pacific North Death, I believe so. The beginning of the new year, January 4th. So,
Perfect
Yep.
segue. Hardcore match. Zaye Perez and Jaden. How did we get here? And talk
You
to
know
me a little
what?
bit
That's
about
a
like
very good
how you're feeling
question.
going into something like that.
Um, I am so nervous. I'm genuinely like terrified because I've done a hardcore match, but it was with Spencer, and Spencer was by my
Mm.
side. And I told him this yesterday because he was just we went to a Blazers game, and I was just like, I'm nervous because you were by my side and your presence was there, and I feel like now your presence isn't there by my side, so it's just like it's very scary, you know. And anything with hardcore matches, anything could go wrong. So it's just like, let's be safe, let's be okay. But I wanna win, so I'm gonna do anything to win too.
And this is at the Twilight with no ring. Is that correct?
No, this is the
Oh,
second Pacific North Death show
Oh,
in
gotcha.
January.
Okay, my bad. Because there's another one
no.
coming
Yes,
around.
yes, yes, yes. I think there's another one coming around, but I don't think I'm on that one.
Okay,
I don't know
so
where that
this
one's at.
will
I think it's in
this
Portland.
this will at least be in the ring
Yes, it will be in the ring. I promise.
and out of the ring and over there and in the back potentially and then way up there.
Hopefully not. Just in the ring. Hopefully just on the ground.
Yeah, I don't know, man. Well,
That's
best of
interesting
luck.
If
because
you guys,
yeah, this is a big like it's a death show, so it's kind of
Is it a
interesting.
style change?
yeah.
Does it have to be a style change in your opinion? Like
Uh, in a way, yes, and in a way, no. I will not be changing up my style. I think I'm just gonna wrestle the same.
I
But
will not do anything.
But I do have a little gear stuff for like ideas. I was looking at stuff, so I'm super excited just to bring out a little hardcore gear. I don't know.
Absolutely, yeah. And yeah, it's always good to do the thing you're a little scared of, right? And you
Exactly.
know,
Face your
I
fears.
heard good things about their last show. So I think you're in good hands. So
I have a
we're
question
rooting
for
for
you
you.
guys.
don't
If you
don't
guys were if you guys were wrestlers, would you guys be able to participate in those hardcore matches? Or would you just say absolutely no?
Danny's trained. I'm not.
um I would be open to like a couple. I don't really know how it's set up, but I don't know if I would do the fluorescent tubes. That
Yeah,
that
that's
that
pretty
freaks the shit out of me.
bad. I don't know.
That's like
I just
disembowelment.
seen the worst happen with those.
Yeah, exactly that. So like barbed wire, I think it's like what I've seen, right? So like I've seen a lot of barbed wire, so I'm
Right.
like, all right, like that. I guess tax because yeah, the staple thing. Oh man, that would I don't know if I guess
For
I'd have
me,
to
it's
do it to
paper
like
cuts. Can't
I
do
feel
the
like I'd
paper
have to do it
cuts.
to like
Yes.
myself. It's
Oh
funny, I
my
have a staple gun
goodness.
right here. I feel like I'd have to do it to myself
Stop.
like
I
alone, but not just
Yeah.
experience that like for the first time and like in front of everybody. Um
I
that
the Staples is the one that gets me too. I can't do Staples. Oh Jesus.
well you might if Jaden has a staple gun.
Maybe we'll
So
just leave the staple guns to the rest of the card. We'll just
hide them.
Yeah, hide them.
Yeah,
Hide them.
exactly.
But those are like the most vicious things I could think of. Do you remember training me, by the way? If the answer is no, that's totally fair. I
No
went to
freaking way.
I went to
Tell
the
me.
open. You guys had just come back from Bend,
Yes, yes, yes,
that
yes. I do remember
morning,
you.
and
Yes,
it was
you're
like a
talking about
class.
your podcast.
What did I?
I think so. I think your podcast got brought up.
Oh, I noticed it. There was the sticker on
He
the
was
fridge and like
concussed.
marked out for a minute. I was concussed. I was not. Um, but yeah. I was there at that open house, and a bunch of you guys just came back from Bend. that morning.
No
And
freaking way. Yeah, yeah.
yeah,
I remember that.
yeah, that was a good time. That was a really good experience.
What did you think of just like being in the ring and just like getting to train in the ring?
It was like one of the best moments of my entire life. Just getting into the ring was just like fucking finally, dude. Like this shit is awesome. And of course everybody wants to hit the ropes and they're like, you guys cannot hit the ropes yet. And you're just like, look, come on. I have to do
Do
this
they
like
not let you guys hit the
as long as it
ropes?
takes. No, we did
Oh, I
we
didn't
did
know that.
rolls. We did rolls, we did bumps. And then before that was like all the footwork stuff. And then there was like a Q&A. I think a couple of you guys bounced, obviously because it was an early morning and you guys had just driven a long way from a show, I think.
Yes.
But yeah, so it was like in-ring stuff was like the bumps and the rolls. And anything else? Oh, lockup. We practiced our lockup,
Yes.
which I still do with my
Yes.
buddy Mel, who went with me.
Andy, would you ever wrestle or no? Like, would you ever try out for
I
wrestling?
feel like I would. I'm kind of on the smaller side, so I feel like I can make
You know
anyone
what?
look
That's
like Andre the
okay.
Giant, but I would try it. I don't know, hardcore wise, deathmatch I wouldn't do. Hardcore like chairs, tables, I would probably do that. But anything else
Yes.
exceeding that, I'd be like, oh, like just imagining like anything could go wrong. Thumbtacks on your face, like I'd be like, fuck that.
On your
Yeah,
face?
absolutely
Where?
not. I can't.
Dude, you don't know
Absolutely
if
not.
you're landing on your the back of your head, whatever. Like, just the
Oh
thought
wait,
of like,
you just
when
you
they
just
like,
said you would do a TLC match, but you wouldn't do a hardcore match. Where is the line for you, Andy?
I
What
wouldn't
is
do a
that?
death match. I wouldn't do a death match.
You
There's
know
All
what?
right.
difference. There's a
I am.
difference.
I agree with you. I agree with you.
And yet you will do the death match.
Careful with the skewers.
Yeah. Yes. Yes.
Oh
I don't know
yeah,
about
those are
this. I don't
good.
know about this. I might need your guys' help.
We got your back. We're rooting for you.
Hell yeah. Hell
You'll be
yeah.
fine. You'll be great. You'll feel
Yeah.
so alive just watching blood gush from you and your opponent. And just feeling the gladiator-esque. That's what I think. Maybe that's what you got. You got to watch some like brutal shit going into it. That way you'll just like normalize. Maybe
Just
is that
watching. I don't think I could. Like I remember Amira had her match at Rose with Drexel, and that
Mm.
was just oh my god. I love Amira, but it was hard for me to watch. It was really really hard for me to watch.
the thing I don't like that Drexel does is the paper cuts, and then
Yeah.
subsequently the lemons. I think I've seen that most of the time.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it
Yes.
works on that psychological level. That for me, that just is like. I think it was against Sami Callihan in one of the prestige ones where they were doing a hardcore match and they did the paper cut thing, and I was just like, I fucking cannot.
Yeah.
That's
This
like the
like
fucking
absolutely like I can't watch it.
I got
that's like
the
when
paper cut on the
you're
lips.
yeah, right, yeah.
Oh,
And then there was like eyelids and like yeah. Whoo!
yeah.
Um
The paper cuts gets me too.
yeah.
Yeah.
Did you watch a lot of hardcore wrestling while you were watching or was that ever in your viewing? Were you ever a fan of stuff like that?
I remember I was a really big fan of the match on the WrestleMania 22. Just I think it was Edge and Mick Foley, and
Hell
I
yeah,
felt
the
like that was
flaming
pretty
table.
hardcore. I think they had yes, yes. I remember the barbed wire. I remember just the fire, like you said. Oh my God, Jesus, a spear. Woo! I couldn't do that to this day. Like you cannot pay me enough money to do that.
The table? The flaming table?
Yeah, the flaming table was just so like
Oh,
who
but
does that? Like
it's
who?
right there, the flaming table for the Flaming Aces? Or the Flaming Ace?
Oh,
The flaming
I
table from
think
the
Spencer might
Playboy?
have to. I might push Spencer to that table. I'm sorry, I can't do
Oh, that's fair. It's dangerous as fuck.
it.
I've never been on
No,
that's a good
but
hardcore match though. Like that Mick Foley Edge match.
Yeah,
That's
that
good.
WrestleMania 22.
Yeah.
right.
Great show.
I like that one. That one's one of my favorites for sure.
Okay, best of luck on that death match there. Um,
Thank you.
let's see, Andy, what else you got?
What's your current like favorite singles match that you've had and your favorite tag match that you've had?
Ooh, that's a really good one. I feel like I have to be biased here, and I have to say the one where we won the titles because I felt like that was just a big moment for us, and that
Yeah,
one's just like the one that I could just go back and watch and just not get tired of it. Um, but for singles, that's definitely a hard one because I don't know. I just feel like my most recent one with Elliot was really fun, and I really liked that one. I love to watch just like the one with me and Caleb also was really just that one I can never get tired of either. But um yeah, I feel like those two are the ones that come up to mind.
Nice.
yeah, nice. You're just getting better, and the next one will be the best one there, and then the next one after that's the better than the last one, and
I
so on
feel
and
like
so
it's
forth,
my
right?
most recent ones, it just
Yeah,
keeps on going because it's this trend.
yeah. I mean, that's the way it's got to be. Um, that's awesome.
Exactly.
Fuck yeah.
Are you prepared for Spencer's return? Like are you feeling like you're kind of getting more into it while he's, getting better?
He's still rehabbing his knee, and I'm supporting him all the way, but it's really hard because I need him, especially right now. And yeah, I feel like he's training really healthy. He's getting back in the ring. He's doing, running the ropes, doing all these moves. So it's super, super awesome to see that he's fully, getting ready, fully almost there,
Yeah.
getting
Yeah.
healthy. But yeah, Spencer, I need you, dude. I need you to pick up the speed.
Are you enjoying that singles run though? While he's rehabbing, is it a little refreshing to get away from the tag at the moment?
Yeah, it was really nerve-wracking at first because I've only been in this team and I've never been singles, at least like successfully, because when
Sure.
I was singles, I got my injured elbow,
Yep.
so I was just like,
Yep.
okay, cool. So it was definitely I'm just like where am I gonna be placed? Like, am I gonna be on shows? Am I not gonna be on shows?
Mm-hmm.
Right.
And surprisingly, it turned out very, very well. I am very happy with how it turned out because, you know, it, I feel like without Spencer by my side, I feel like I definitely improved a lot. So it's gonna be fun to see when he comes back how we are as a tag team.
That's gonna
That's
be
cool.
awesome.
It's
Very
exciting, yeah.
exciting. Yeah.
Danny, do you want to do your
I think
famous
it's
question
time
before we go to this lovely
before we play
game?
the game. Just really quick, it's just straightforward. Your wrestling Mount Rushmore, your top four. Who would you put on
Oh,
your wrestling
that's
Mount
such a
Rushmore?
good question. The GOAT, Rey Mysterio has to go up there.
Okay, that's one of
Um,
Andy's.
yes, I love that. Mount Rushmore. Oh, damn. That's a good one. John Cena was definitely one of my favorites, also watching up as a kid, so that one has to be on there.
Yeah. Okay.
Um, oh, damn, you really got me on this question.
It's tough. Like once you're
Um,
like actually thinking about it, it's pretty tough to, have to
Shave
omit
it.
something. Yeah.
exactly. You know what? We'll just throw random one because, he inspired me, so the Boogeyman will be up there.
Yeah. Then that
Hell
makes
yeah.
total
Love it.
sense. Like that's it is often one of the that's often on a lot of people's is like the most impactful, the most memorable character. throw
All
him
right,
up there.
and it's crazy. I don't know. I just whenever I tell someone that, they're just like, "Really?" Um,
It is remarkable. You don't get that
yeah.
one a lot.
And my last one, oh Jesus. CM Punk was definitely one of my favorites too, but he's also just like tied with someone else.
Who'd that be?
Edge. Edge is
Oh,
also one of my favorites. I love
Ah,
Edge.
ah, I know, and yeah. I'm biased towards Edge on that one.
I love
Yeah.
Edge. I love Edge. Him and John Cena was just one of my favorites back in the day.
I think he's one
Totally.
of the goats of heel work. Like he has been so good. Like,
Yes.
All right, so Ray, Big Match John, Boogeyman, and then either CM Punk or Edge. That's your Mount Rushmore. That's you
Yes.
right there.
I think so. I think so.
amazing.
Perfect.
Cool. All right, let's get this game here.
Yeah, what are we doing here, Andy?
All right, so pretty much the rules. I'm gonna put it up right now, so you're gonna see it. Let me know
Oh,
when you
heck
can see
yes.
this.
Okay.
Oh, I love
All
it.
right,
Yes.
so this is tic tac toe.
Okay.
You got your promotions on the left. You got your titles on the right. Keep it under, I would
Okay.
say, current active wrestlers. So they don't have to be at that promotion currently, but
Okay.
they just have to be active
Okay.
in wrestling. Um, so we're just gonna take this one person at a time. Give me a little bit to kind of when you give me your answer to make sure that your answer is correct.
Are you gonna
Because I have a
you're gonna
whole
have to
ass
research it
spreadsheet.
right there?
I have a whole
Oh,
spreadsheet, so it's kind of just a lot of
Oh, hell
people.
yeah. Okay, he's prepared. I love it.
So
I
we'll get this
guess
started.
first.
Yeah, Zay, you go first.
So what's the question? What do I have to do?
I think you gotta if I'm understanding the grid correctly.
Yeah, so if you look at this square here,
There,
you're
yeah.
going to be naming a WWE, somebody that was in WWE and that has won the US Championship. And then
Oh,
similarly,
I see.
somebody
Okay.
that has won the TNT Championship in AEW and is or was in the WWE. And then this is the X Division Championship. So in TNA,
Fuck.
Oh, hell yeah. Okay.
WWE, and kind of like that. You can pick any square
Well,
you want. This is tic tac toe, so one person at a time.
okay.
Let's go, Zay.
I'm gonna go with the first one. First top left. Let's go with Austin Theory. I feel like is
Austin
he the
Theory, yeah.
current person?
He
He
is not the
was.
current.
Hell yeah.
He was though. He
Oh,
definitely was.
Put you there.
hell yeah.
Danny.
Okay.
Uh. Okay, the middle one I feel like is easy to grab.
Yeah.
Let's just throw. I'm gonna put Miro in there because I fucking. That was my favorite TNT champion.
Fair. All right. Zay?
Oh, Jesus. Okay. Um, let's go with Jesus. This is a really good game. Um, let's go with the AEW in the United States. Who else won from AEW?
You'd be very
I
surprised.
have
Like,
no.
Quite a few.
Damn, that's such a
yeah,
quite a few.
quite a
Damn.
few.
Okay.
Some of them have made debuts recently.
Oh fuck! I know
Recently.
who you're hinting at.
Can I say Edge? Did Edge ever win the US one or no?
Yeah,
Did he? He
you
did.
did. You did.
He did. That'll
Hell
track.
yeah. Let's
All right,
go. Hell yeah. Okay,
Danny.
just
Okay,
one more
so
and I
I
win,
got a
right?
block. I got a block with this U.S. champion and this TNA. Um,
Uh-oh.
fucking, but I cannot say I keep up with TNA at a high enough rate. Give me. Okay, wait. Give me a
Yeah.
sec.
They just have to had been in TNA. They don't
Yeah,
have to
yeah.
be in.
They don't have to like currently be there. They just have had to have been in TNA. And so there's a couple. Was AJ a US champion? AJ
I
Styles?
think he was. Was he?
Was he a US champion?
He was.
I have
He
no
was?
idea.
Woo!
Was
He
he?
was. Yep.
Oh, that's such a good one. Damn.
That was like straight out of my ass, too. Just like TNA. He must have been because he was on SmackDown. So, all right.
Zay.
Damn. I might have to block too, but I'm
That's
just
like the
trying to
hardest
think.
one. I feel like that one that you got
Exactly.
right there.
Oh my God. Is Alex Shelley wasn't in? Did he?
X Division?
I don't think so.
Is that your answer?
No,
Trust your
no.
gut.
You
I
guys,
will
you
say that.
guys.
Trust your gut.
I don't know. Okay, we'll just say AJ. Is it AJ?
Oh, AJ wasn't one of them. Yes. Also, Alex
All
Shelley
right.
Damn.
was one of them.
Oh,
Oh,
Alex Shelley was one?
Yep.
Alex Kelly was.
Damn. Okay.
All right. Okay. Well, fuck. Okay.
Yeah.
TNT and WWE. I'll throw Christian in right there.
Boom. Yes.
Oh, that's such a good one. Oh
Yeah,
my
that's
God.
a easy one.
Yeah. Love Google. All right, Zay. Got a tough one.
All right. I
That
know.
is another tough one.
TNT. Jesus. Oh my God. This is pain and suffering.
It is.
Um,
Shit, I don't envy you.
TNT and TNA. Oh Jesus. Sammy Guevara wasn't in TNA, right?
No.
I don't think
No.
so.
Ah, damn. Okay. Oh Jesus.
Oh
I'll give you
shit.
one
Was
more. There's a popular feud with this guy and AJ Styles.
oh no. Oh no. Jesus. Like you said, I haven't kept up with TNA in a while.
Yeah, the TNA ones are hard. And you're getting
I
shafted with all of them.
know. You know what? Can you think of one? No, because
I could,
crap, I
if it were me,
no,
I
I
would
don't
do the
know.
same thing you did with the X Division one.
I don't know.
I think it's if I were to guess, I would also guess Christian in that slot. Wasn't Christian in TNA?
Christian was in
Yep.
TNA, but I can't. We'll just say Christian.
I don't know who else. I think it would be easier to think of TNA champions, and that's the only one I can think of that I think.
Exactly.
You
Um,
might end
But
up
like
in a
all the ones that I
cascade
think
there.
of, like, oh,
because like I don't think Brody Lee didn't work in TNA.
no, he didn't.
Samoa Joe, Scorpio
Samoa
Sky.
Joe, see? Oh my God.
Oh, and Scorpio Sky.
Andy's over here just kicking
He's got
rocks,
the
just like.
answers.
I got the answers, but also I knew that was gonna be a tough one with three guys.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
I was like Darby, no, fuck no, like definitely not Jack Perry.
No,
Fuck
Darby
that.
yeah. I was thinking Darby too. I was just like, no, he hasn't been TNA.
Yeah, no way. All right. Okay, this is X Division. That's got to be easier in AEW than
I'll give you one guess, Danny, or else it's gonna be a Cats game.
So for that square,
Whichever one you pick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
there's plenty. There's got to be plenty here.
There is.
Andy. Fucking Andy.
This is a really good game. This is tough.
Was Bobby's not an X Division guy. I want to say Bobby.
Is that your guess?
No.
Bobby Lashley?
I'm thinking out loud. I'm allowed to process out loud. All right. X Division champion. And also AEW. I gotta get up on TNA is what I'm learning from.
I'm gonna give you like 10 seconds.
Okay, give me Joe. Give me Samoa Joe.
Samoa Joe is correct.
Yeah, that's a can't miss.
Oh,
Was
damn.
Bobby in X Division 1 though? Now that I guessed it.
No.
No. Okay.
No. Bobby Lashley, actually? Yeah. Sorry.
Yeah.
He was correct.
Yeah.
Yeah. He was one.
Fuck.
All right, Zay. TNA and X Division.
Hell
If
yes.
you can-
Okay, so this one
well-
should be easy.
Let me see.
X Division champions.
I know.
I can't literally name one off the top of my head. That's still in TNA, or have they?
No, they just have had to have been in TNA, but
If you
let's
can give
see.
me the most current TNA X Division champion.
Damn, that's a hard one. I cannot tell you that.
Who is that?
Is
or
it
somebody that was also in WWE who went to TNA and became also super popular.
Oh, I see. Okay. I was about to say Jonathan Gresham, but no. I have no idea. I have no idea. You might
No
win this
guess?
one.
Oh man. Take a random
Give
guess.
me a clue. Give me a clue.
Ooh. There's so many. There's just so many guys. All right, I'll give you a
Oh,
clue for
no, I can't.
Yeah.
I was about to say Dolph Ziggler, but no.
No.
Damn.
Is that your guess?
What's your clue?
Let's see. This person was also a WWE World Heavyweight Champion and a WWE United States Champion. You could say that the USA is his gimmick.
Oh, is it Kurt Angle? No, it's not Kurt Angle.
Yep. Kurt Angle
Is it?
is correct. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Oh,
Damn.
I would not have. I was not even thinking in the right. Yeah.
Amazing.
All right.
First game. It's tied, but it's all good.
No,
We'll give it to Zay.
you definitely won that one. I definitely did not win that one. You definitely helped.
We'll call it a tie. We'll have to revisit it again. We'll have to have a grudge. We'll have to
Exactly.
have a grudge match
We'll
on
have
that
to
one.
we have to play it again.
Yeah.
It was tough making this.
And one of them's gonna have to be DOA instead of one of the major one of those companies.
That's a really good game. That's a really good game.
It was
you have
It
fun?
was a little. Yeah.
I had a lot of fun. I just couldn't tell you. I couldn't name any off the top of my head.
It's hard on the spot too. Like
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly. And I
And
feel
you
like
did get
after this, I'm gonna be like,
most of the hard
oh
ones.
my god, I just could have named that person.
You got most of the hard ones, to be fair. Yeah, let's see. I think we're about to wrap it up. Zay, you got anything you want to promote? Anything cool coming up? Hit them with your Instagram, all the stuff. You
Uh,
ready?
yeah,
Promo time, baby.
yes. Let's go. We got Prestige. Not alive. We got another Prestige show happening here Wednesday this week, which is so weird on a Wednesday. And then I got my two debuts that I'm gonna be doing over there in Canada, for 365 Pro Wrestling. So that's super awesome. And yeah, if you want to follow me, it's Zaye Perez on Twitter or Blue Sky now. And then Instagram is the actual Zay.
All right. Thank you so much
Amazing.
for your time. This has been a
Yeah, thank you
glorious
so
interview.
much.
Hell yeah, thank you guys for having me. It's such an honor. So thank you for the game too. It was a lot of fun.
I'm glad
Fuck
you had
yeah.
fun. Well, hopefully we talk to you soon, and we'll definitely see you at one of the shows. So yeah, we'll keep in touch.
Hell yeah. Thank you guys.
Cool.
Hell yeah. Please.
And want to do the wrap up?
Yeah, and thank you, listeners, for listening to this glorious interview with Zaye Perez. You can follow us at Pacific Wrestling Network on Instagram, Blue Sky, also Twitter if you are still using that, and YouTube and Twitch. I think this one will be our first video interview that will go onto YouTube, so stay tuned, and that'll be up very soon. Thank you.
Be glorious.